Good morning, guys, and welcome to a chilly Fitness Pilates. First time I've done it online. Ran my first class yesterday in person. And we are here. So, I want you to come onto your mat. And I want you to take your feet hip width apart. So first of all, we're going to bring them together. Then we're going to come into a Pilates V. And then we're going to bring our heels out. So this should set you up underneath your hips. Now we know we're set up right because our hips are aligned over our knees. And if we look down on our knees, they should be in line with our middle toe. I'm going to get you to give me a nice little shoulder roll. And settle those shoulders down away from the ears. I want you to soften your knees just a little here. And engage the thighs. I would like you to think about being nice and long through the back. So imagine somebody's lifting you from the crown of the head so that you're nice and tall. Now I want you to think about the placement of your pelvis. Now this is the important thing. When we come to do Pilates, I'm going to be talking a lot about our alignment. I'm working on our alignment here. So I want you to take your pelvis and I want you to tip it all the way forwards. I'll show you from the side. And then we're going to tip it all the way back. And we're going to do that again. So forward is point A. Tipping it back is point C. And then I want you to find point B, where our pelvis is in that nice central position. We don't need to force an engagement through the core. We just need to be mindful of this alignment with our pelvis. So we're trying to keep our pelvis in alignment in a lot of the exercises. Sometimes we do come out of alignment, but we need to reset here between exercises. So we're standing in our neutral alignment here. We're going to take another little shoulder roll. And set your hands down by the side. Now we're going to work on our breath. I want you to bring your hands onto the bottom of your ribs. And I want you to feel that breath in and out. I want you to feel that expansion of the ribs. Breathing in and out through the nose. Out through the mouth when you need to. It's all about maintaining a smooth, steady breath. And using that breath to control our movement. So I want you to bring your hand now onto your lower pelvis, so below your belly button. And notice as we breathe in, it bloats out, the ribs expand, the belly rises. And as you breathe out, I want you to feel that tightening of your lower core. Now as we do that, you can feel your pelvic floor start to lift as well. So if you think about your core here, when we're breathing in, the diaphragm is expanding down. And when we're breathing out, it lifts to close down the chest cavity. As that happens, our pelvic floor lifts. This is where I want you to focus on. We're talking about our breath and our core control. We're not forcing, we're not bracing. We're simply using that out breath to connect with the core deep into our pelvis, deep into our transverse abdominis. Let's take a couple of breaths here and then we're going to get moving. Brilliant. Bring those arms down by the side. Another little shoulder roll. And I just want you to feel the soles of your feet on the floor. We're going to rock forward and back. Rock side to side. And now find that central position again. So we're grounding down through the balls, the heels, and the sides of the feet, equally pressured. So now we've done our alignment, our breath, and our centering. Our centering is our base of support. It isn't always our feet, and I will tell you where this is in each exercise. Take an easy breath. We're going to start to move, shoulder roll. So I want you to circle those shoulders. So this is all about moving at a pace in a way that works for you, that feels good. Now let's take some circles forward. Now you can go back to going the other way if that feels better, or we can stay rotating forwards. So it's all about realigning the body as it's about building better posture, better core control. And I want you to look to the right, into the centre, over to the left, back to the centre. Just taking your time. We're not working with the music. It's not exercise to music. It's mindful movement, side to side. Nice. Now we're just going to drop it down and then back. So stretching out through the neck. We're going to work through the body here. Brilliant. Just to finish the neck, we're going to roll from side to side. Drop that chin in, ear to ear. Beautiful, guys. Okay, let's bring it to the centre. Another little shoulder roll. Just double check in here. Centered, grounded through the feet. That central position with the pelvis. So you need to take that little rock and forward and back to realign. Find that point B in the centre here. Couple of breaths. Focus on that core engagement. Let's lift our right arm to shoulders. Up and down, other side. Both arms together. And again, both arms. Brilliant. Let's go single on the right, single on the left. Both arms. Together. Repeat. Double. Now we're going to add in a rotation. Lift and rotate. Open. So we're mobilising, connecting, and getting each area of the body moving. So we're working through the upper body here. Good. Let's just add that onto our routine. Single arm, double. Let's add in that rotate. Brilliant. Now we're going to take a Pilates squat. Squat and rise the arms. Good. We're in the shorter session, so we've got this express warm-up. We've got this express Pilates workout. So make sure you're grounding down through your feet, arms to shoulder. Let's add it on. Single arm. Single arm. Take it to a double. Again. Rotate for 2. Nice and slow. Again. 2 squats. Now we're going to add on some toe taps. So I want you to point with your right toe to the front, to the side, to the back, center. Give me that Pilates squat. Change legs. Point. So we're just sliding that foot along the floor. We're starting with the basics today. 2 squats. Back to that leg. Point. All the time thinking about this alignment. 2 squats. And point. Good. 2 squats. Now this time we can float that leg, make it a little harder, trying to keep this pelvis in that alignment. 2 squats. It's slow. This is our preparation phase. Glide if you want to. 2, so you should be releasing that body. Excellent, okay. I'm going to get you to come onto the ends of your mats. We're going to start to transition down to the mat. I want you to take your hands up over the head, reach it tall. And we're going to take a roll down, bring the hands down to the heart, roll down through the chin. Make sure those feet are hip width apart, roll it down halfway, halfway roll back. Sweep the hands up, roll down. Taking your time, it's just a halfway roll down, hands to the knees, lift and then roll, vertebrae at a time. So we're going to layer on these exercises and you take it as far as you want, take it back, bend if you want to here, bring those hands through. This time we're going to come all the way down to the floor. roll it up. You might want to stay in that halfway roll. You might not want to come all the way down to this full roll down. That's cool too. Take this little back bend, roll it down. This time we're going to walk out into a plank. Take it forward. Walk it back. Take that roll up. Bend the knees from the spine. Inch by inch. Reach it tall. Last time we're going to roll down. Let's walk it out. Brilliant. Drop those knees down. I'm going to get you to sit back. And we're going to come through onto our back. So roll your feet round. We're going to come down onto the floor. So now we're coming into our exercises. Now we're here. We're going to find that central position again with our pelvis. So feet hip width apart if you can. If you're not so comfortable, you can take them slightly wider. You could make them a little bit narrower to make it a little bit more challenging. Think about rocking your pelvis forward and back. And then find that central position. Hands down, and we're going to take a leg slide. So make sure you're starting with your feet directly under your knees. And we're just going to gently slide our foot away, keeping it in contact with the floor. Thinking about keeping that neutral position with the pelvis. We don't want to be rocking and rolling here. Slowly, this is your pace. So we're going to start here, and then we're going to layer it up. If you want to, you could pop a pillow or a block underneath your head to make it more comfortable for you. We've got those variations in Pilates where we can lift that head up if you feel more comfortable. Now, if you feel you need a little bit more support, as you slide that leg away, breathe out. If you feel you need the support on the way in, breathe out there. There's no set rule of where you connect the breath here. Brilliant. Okay, now we're going to look at just floating that leg. So we're keeping it up off the floor now, a little bit harder. These are long rounds, mindful movements. Push it away. Using that out breath if and when you need to. If you want to keep your foot connected with the floor, you can. Now, can we layer on an arm? So, opposite arm. So, we're going out with the right leg. Left hand comes up and over the head. Slide it in. You don't have to add these arms on if you don't want to. Beautiful, guys. So, right leg, right arm. Rise it up over the head. We're hitting these exercises. They're quite long rounds, guys. It's not a set amount of time. It's not a set amount of reps. If you want to stop and rest, you can give those knees a little hug into the chest. It's completely up to you here. I want you to feel this move, stretching it out nice and long. Try not to arch that back. Think about that out breath. If you feel your body's lifting away from the mat. Beautiful, guys. Let's take a couple more here. And in. Beautiful. Okay, give those knees a little hug into the chest. Maybe a little rock from side to side. So this is all about building strong foundational core. We've got mobility in here. We've got strength. Give us that little rock. Okay, now we're going to rock it up to seated. And we're going to set ourselves with our feet hip width apart. And we're going to take some roll downs. So sit nice and tall, right up on your sitting bones. We're going to bring the arms out and we're going to roll down onto the floor. Roll it down. Inch by inch, like we did with our roll down when we were standing. Slowly down. Let's bring those hands up over the head. And then roll it up, chin to chest. Now if you need a little bit of extra push here, you can use it. Roll it up. Keeping those feet hip width apart, beautiful, guys. Roll it down. Now if a full roll down is too far, just take a half roll down. I'll show you that can just take a half roll down to here. And then roll it back up. But really focus on that spine. So this is spinal mobility, core strength. So you've got that full roll down variation. You could also roll down and not take the hands all the way over the head, so you can roll down and then roll back up, just taking your time. Beautiful, guys. Take another one. Brilliant. Now this time we're going to take a half roll down together. Everyone half roll down. And lift. Now we're going to take one more here. Then we're going to add in, if you want to, an arm. So we're going to come into this bow and arrow. I want you to roll back and come back with one arm and push it through. Other side. If you wanted to mix it up with one without a row, you just come to a half roll down and then add in that arm. Nice and slow. This is in your own time. You can stay on those bow and arrows. Let's take it to a single side. So stay on your right hand side. Do a couple in a row here. Look round at that elbow. Take one more on this side. Beautiful, guys. Let's take it to the other side. Think about this pelvis. We're grounding and centering through the hip bones. Let's take a couple more here. Beautiful, team. Excellent. Let's take a full roll down. Down we go. Take a big full body stretch. Again, if you want to, you could give these knees a little hug into the chest. Beautiful. Now we're going to come and roll over onto our tummies. I want you to cross your legs over, rock it up to seated, and let's come all the way through into our tabletop pose. Let's just have a nice little stretch here. Sit back onto the heels, reach those hands out in front. Press down through your palms. So now we're going to come into the shoulders. We're going to get you to come down onto your tummy, and we're going to come into swan. Come down. We're going to center through our pelvis here. So just have a little rock forward and back and find that neutral position, that central B line. Hands come out to the side, palms on the floor, and we're going to lift into our swan, and we're going to take a lift and lower here. So I want you to activate your glutes. I want you to activate your lower back. Lifting and lowering. Take a couple more here. Beautiful. Now we're going to pop our head down on the floor, and we're going to just lift our shoulders, our elbows up off the floor using our shoulders. So we're going to lift and lower. Now we're coming into the shoulders here. You choose how high you're going to lift here. Think about squeezing the shoulder blades together. I like to imagine I'm trying to crush a can between my shoulder blades. Lift. Great shoulder release for you. Strengthening through the upper back. Just taking your time. Now see if you can just lift the right arm and lower. Take it to the left arm. If you need to, out breath, just to give you a nice strong body. Let's go back to double arm. When we feel this through the shoulders. Take a couple more here. Okay, now we're going to have a little go at VW. So I want you to think about those letters. And we're going to push the arms out to the front, keep the head on the floor. And then squeeze the elbows into the body for a W shape. Reach it out long. And then into that W. If you need to break at all, just take a rest. You might want to come back into your swan, just to stretch out the chest, the back. And then when you're ready, come back in. Give me that squeeze through, guys. Reaching it out long. Beautiful, guys. Nice. Feel that connection with the back. Now you can feel how we can progress these over time. It can get to the point where we're using light weights. We can use our resistance bands. See if you can lift the head slightly this time. You can keep it down on the floor if you want to. Again, just stretching, maybe coming into swan, maybe taking just a full body stretch if you need to. Keep going. Beautiful, guys. Now bring those hands underneath the shoulders. Let's push back and take a beautiful stretch into a nice hips to heels, stretching out through that back. Easy breaths. 1, 2. We've got one more move before we start to slow this down. We're going to come onto our side. Now you've got a choice. You can reach the hand out long. You can prop underneath the head. You can use a hand for support. And we're going to bend our bottom leg, stack your hips. Now the important thing is have a little look down at your hips and stack them over the top, so you should be able to stick a skewer. It's horrible, isn't it? Stick something through your hip and it should come out the hip on the other side. Lift the foot now, flex the toe, and we're just going to start to draw some circles here. Again, thinking about the strength through your pelvis. Circle those feet backwards. Can we change direction? We're working into these hips. Don't need to go super high. If you feel you need that extra support, out breath. If you want to make it a little bit hard, you could bring the hand onto the thighs for a little bit more balance. We've got to work a little bit harder. Let's change direction. If you need to rest, just give that knee a little hug in, maybe a little pat through the hip. We're nearly there on this leg. Just do whichever direction feels good. Or should I say which one feels hard? Okay, give that knee a little bend in. I'm going to get you to roll over onto the other side. Reach the arm out long. Bend the knee. Flex the toe. Stack that hip on top of the other. We're centering down through the hip bone here. Circle your foot. You can use the hand for support. Circle the other way. Beautiful. That option to bring that hand onto that leg if you want to, so make it a little bit harder. Amazing, well done. And we feel this one working deep into that hip. Change direction if you want to. We're nearly there. We can bend that knee in if we need that little stretch. Beautiful biceps. Bend that knee in. Stretch it out. We're going to come over onto our tummies. Let's push it back, sit onto those heels. Reach those arms out in front. We're coming into a stretch. I'm going to get you to come up onto all fours. We're going to take a thread the needle. I want you to take your right hand and thread it all the way underneath. Take a beautiful shoulder stretch here. We did that shoulder work in those squares, in those VWs. Let's change to the other side. Thread it through. Beautiful. Let's come over onto our backs. Roll it down. Give those knees a little hug into the chest. Let's drop one foot down to the floor. Let's reach the other foot up towards the ceiling. You can bend that bottom leg if you want. And let's just flex and extend the toe. Brilliant. Now let's bend and extend the leg. Beautiful. Just come into these stretches, reach that leg nice and long. Let's change legs. Point up towards the ceiling. Let's start with that flexion extension with the toe. Bend and extend the knee. Just nice and slowly. Hold it still. Drop that foot down, open the arms wide, then drop the knees from side to side. Just gently up and over. Go. Now just hold it here, drop those knees over to one side. Maybe straightening that top leg out, a deeper stretch. Bend the knee and let's bring it up and over to the other side. Maybe straightening that leg out. Bend the knee and give them a hug into the chest. We're going to rock it up to seated. We're going to come all the way through to tabletop. Let's tuck under those toes. Let's start to ground the heels. Let's roll it up, inch by inch, all the way up. Beautiful. Set those shoulders. Reach the hands over the head. Let's take a roll down, hands to heart, chin to chest. Roll it down. Roll it up. Reach your hands over the head. Maybe layering a back bend here. Last time, roll it down. Beautiful. Roll it up. Settle those shoulders down. Bring it into our alignments. Feet hip width apart, soft knees. Roll those shoulders. Find that central point with your pelvis. Grow tall from the crown of the head. Take a few breaths to just check in with your body. Gentle, intentional movement. Deep breath in, hands to head. Draw them down to the heart. Take a moment to breathe. A little bow. Well done, guys. Fitness Pilates class done. You have to let me know how you found that, guys. It is Tuesday. Go and have a great day. Stay warm, and I will see you soon.